In this lecture, you will learn how to read from text files. Although there are different types of text files, but when I use the term text file, I mean a plain text file. Text files are a good choice for permanently storing simple information for a number of reasons. First, text files are cross-platform. A text file on a Windows machine is the same text file on a Mac and is the same text file under Unix. Second, text files are easy to use. Most operating systems come with basic tools to view and edit them. Before we can read from or write to a file, we need to open it. Python provides the built-in open function for this purpose. But before then, let me show you the file and the content inside before we write the code to read it. Here is the file, and it is inside a folder called testing. Let me open it so we can see the content inside. As you can see, this is the content inside the file, and this is a text file. The extension is .txt, so this is a plain text file, and this is the file that we want to read using Python. Now, I am going to show you two methods to open a file in read mode in Python. These two methods can do the same job, but one is more preferable than the other. Now, let me show you the first method. The first thing you write is file equal to, then open, which is the open function. Here, you will have to insert the file part. Remember, I want to open a file. This is where you insert the file part. Now, let's go and get the part for that file we want to open. Here is the file, and I am using Windows 11. So if you want to get the file part for Windows 11, all you need to do is to click on the file, and you right click. Then you go to copy as part. This is for Windows 11. I don't know for Windows 9 or 10, but you can easily get that information on Google. But for Windows 11, all you need to do is to click on the file. Right click on the file, then click on copy as part. So we have copied the part of that file. Let me close it. We can come here and paste it. So this is the part to that file. Now, Python won't read this because we have single backslash. What is a single backslash? In Python, the single backslash is a special character used for escape sequences. This means that if you want to use a backslash in a file path, you need to escape it by using a double backslash. This tells Python to treat the backslash as a literal character rather than an escape character. So you will need to use double backslash here where we have the single backslash. After you have done that, you include a comma, then you insert the mode we want to use for this operation, and that mode is read mode. So to do that, you just write a quote, then you insert arrow. So this open function is a built-in function that opens a file and returns a file object. It takes two parameters, which is the name of the file and the mode in which the file is opened. This line opens the file in read mode. The arrow here stands for read mode, which means the file is open for reading only. If the file does not exist, this line will raise a file not found error. Okay, so let's write the next line of code, which will be content equal to, then the file we want to read, file dot read. This is a read function. You open a bracket, file dot read. This line reads the entire content of the file and stores it in the variable content. Then the next line is where we print the content of the file. So we say print content. Then we won't just end it here. We will need to close the file. To do that, you say file dot close. Okay, so this line closes the file. Closing the file is important because it frees up system resources. It is a good practice to always close a file when you are done with it. If I run this code right now, we are going to see what is inside that file. So let me run the code so we can see the content inside. As you can see, this is the content inside the file. If you can remember some of the content inside the file, you will know that truly this is what I have in that file. So just 4 lines of code and we are able to read content in a file. Actually, you can use just 3 lines of code if you don't want to close the file. That will be 3 lines of code. Now, there is a better way, or I will say an improved version, to read files using a context manager. Using a context manager is a more Pythonic way to handle files. It ensures that the file is properly closed even if an error occurs. To do that, you start with the with statement. Open, which is the open function. Then we insert the file path, which is this one here. Let's give it a double backslash. Then insert a comma. We want it in the read mode. Okay. Then as file. So here we are assigning the open file object to the variable file. This variable can now be used to interact with the file inside the with block. Then the next line of code is the print. Print, you open a bracket, file dot read. So in this version, the with statement automatically handles closing the file when the block inside it is exited. It makes the code cleaner and more concise. This approach is recommended because it reduces the risk of leaving a file open unintentionally, which can lead to resource leaks or other unexpected issues. So if we run this code, we will still get the same result. We'll be able to read the file also. Let me do it so you can see it. As you can see, we also got the same result. But this approach is recommended because it reduces the risk of leaving a file open unintentionally. Now, what if the file we are looking for can't be found, or you made a mistake with the extension of the file? How can you handle such error? Here is how you can do that. So let's assume that I mistakenly typed the T 2 times. So instead of txt, I wrote, let's say, txtt. Ordinarily, this will return a file not found error, which will interrupt the flow of our program. You can see it right now, file not found. This is the file not found error. To prevent that, you can write a try and except block into the code. Here's how you can do that. You come here to start the code. You start with the try. So this will begin your code. Then you work on your indentation. Let's push this forward. Same with this. Work on your block. Then we include the except file not found, which is this error here. So we have to type it file not found. If you observe, VS Code is already suggesting what we want to type. So I can just control it here and hit the tab button. This will finish the sentence for me. File not found error. Then we can print. What do we want to display when we can't find a file or we made a mistake with the extension? What should Python print to the cursor? We can just say that file is not available or is not found. So we can write something like this: that file is not found. This way, when we make a mistake either with the extension or the file is not available or can be found, instead of giving us this error here, file not found error, and this what I may call jargons, it will just run a file not found result for us. You can see that file is not found. This way you know that okay, there is something wrong either with the extension of the file or that particular file can't be found. So there you have it for how to read a file in Python. Hope you found value in this video. This is just a clip from one of my lectures in my course Python Programming for Beginners, Learn Python in 7 days. If you want to enroll in that course, it is just $3.99. Yes, $3.99. There is no reason why you should not learn Python. To enroll in my course, the link is in the description box. Just go there, click the link and enroll in my course to learn Python for just 7 days. Each of the lecture comes with an exercise to practice every day. You are not just watching the video. Each lecture comes with an exercise, sometimes 2 exercises for a day, which means you'll be practicing every day. You'll be writing programs every day. And the fee, $3.99. This is a beginner-friendly course that is not just about theory, but really practical. And it's just $3.99. The link is in the description box. Click the link now and enroll in the course as you have me as your mentor. If this is your first time of landing on my YouTube channel, please subscribe because I have more videos like this coming in the future. Please don't forget to drop a comment if you have any question to ask me, and also hit the like button if you found value in this video, as it means a lot to me. Don't leave without subscribing. Thank you for your time.